Welcome to One Insight. My name is Rich Litvin. I grew up in London and I now live in LA. And this is a podcast for extraordinary top performers. You see, I've coached some of the most successful and talented people on the planet. I see what most people cannot see, and I dare to say what most people wouldn't dare to say. And what I know about success is that on the other side of it, it can actually be lonely. You can feel like more of an imposter the more successful you become. And when you're the most interesting person in the room, you're actually in the wrong room. I coach around insight. Life looks one way, something happens, the world looks different, and your entire world changes. It can happen in an instant. And this podcast is called One Insight because a single insight can change everything. This episode is called I'm Carrying the Burden Alone. Catherine runs a law firm. Her clients are seniors who want to look at how they can pass on any resources they've got for their family and younger generations when they've passed on. And imagine at this moment in time, your clients are seniors and all of your connection and events are done in person. For 10 days, Catherine's entire business has been hustling to find ways to serve her clients who are a very vulnerable group without having to meet in person, using technology they may not be familiar with. Catherine's exhausted and it feels like she's carrying this burden alone. And I coach her, and in about 3 minutes, she has an insight that's so powerful, we both know we're there. We're done. Shortest podcast episode ever. I tell the person editing to cut, and we start to chat for a couple of minutes. And in those 2 minutes, she has another really powerful insight. So I've asked the people editing to leave that in too. You'll hear what looks like a break, and then we continue. And in less than 10 minutes, you hear two powerful insights. And this woman is going to go back to her team, and everything will transform from this place. When you coach around insight, everything can shift in a moment. Life looks one way, something happens, and you see it differently, and then everything is different. It's a really powerful conversation. Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well today. I'm not nearly as grumpy as I was yesterday. How are you? Really?
I have all the feelings. It's complicated, right? There's a lot going on. I'm feeling everything from excitement to nervousness, from confidence to concern. I've got it all. And there are moments when one of those feelings or emotions takes over and is running the show. And there are moments when another one is present. And I've noticed there are some things that I do that have one be more present. I've stopped reading the news as soon as I wake up. I've stopped checking email as soon as I wake up, and it calms me down.
Yeah.
So we set this call up to record for a podcast, and that I would be there for you and perhaps draw out your story. And then there's life. And when a client shows up, no matter what they've said to me, hey, this is what I want to work on today, I always say, well, today is a new day. How can I serve you in this moment? So let me ask you, how can I support you best at this moment, Catherine?
The biggest challenge for me right now is both in the middle of this crazy pandemic, saving my business while leading and caring for my team. Those two things have felt, I haven't felt like I've had enough time to do both of those right now.
Yeah.
And so I've chosen saving the business over spending the kind of time with my team that I would like to, and really journeying with them through this, because I know they're going through all of the same stuff that I am as the business owner.
Yeah.
Different stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Have you considered sharing that with them? That I'm caught between saving the business and being there to support you because I love and admire you and grateful for you being part of this. And I was hiding that from you. But that's what I've been wrestling with. And then watching what happens as a result of being that honest.
That had not occurred to me, and that would be perfect. They will respond very well to that.
Yeah. I spent a year when I was going through some financial difficulties a couple of years ago trying to hide from my team all the stuff that was going on, the concerns I had, the worries I had. We were bringing in a lot of money because we were spending so much. I could see that the difference between income and expenditure was tiny, but the team was just, wow, we're doing so well. And I was hiding from them my fears and concerns. And at the end of the year, we did a review. I was honest and I said, hey, I just caught that I've been hiding this from you. And every member of the team went, oh yeah, we saw it. And then they said, why didn't you bring us in? We could have helped you. We could have had ideas and brainstormed and been together in the mix.
Mm-hmm. And I've allowed them into the mix in terms of, well, yeah, still not fully. I was going to say I've allowed them into the mix in terms of brainstorming and ideas. They have been so focused on getting us, taking us from an in-person business working with the elderly to a business that works remotely with the elderly, and taking our entire office and every process offline, remote. And I haven't wanted to burden anybody else with any more.
Yeah. There's a real distinction between strategizing for the business and saving the business. And they're in strategy right now, which is great. They're coming up with all sorts of solutions and they have no idea there's a far bigger picture here. And when you come from that place with real, genuine honesty and authenticity, and quite probably tears in your eyes, you'll be astounded what can change in that moment. Here's the thing. I'm going to talk to everyone who's listening right now. I know we're here. I mean, this is the end of the coaching that Catherine needs right now. She knows exactly what to do, and we're here. When you coach around insight, there's a moment you see in somebody's eyes, they've got the insight. There may be some doubts and concerns and wondering how it will go or what will I say, but I know we're here for this moment.
And really, no doubts or concerns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Just be real.
Yeah. For those of you who are listening, I can see the confidence in Catherine right now. The confidence of knowing I know what to say. What comes next? Well, we don't know, but you can't handle that until you get there. You've got this. And I think you'll be surprised at what can occur with that level of authenticity. It's so rare in a leader. People so appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Catherine.
I love you, Rich. So incredibly grateful for you.
Thanks. Okay, the person who's editing, you can cut it there. That's the shortest podcast episode we've ever done. But it really models for people the only place you need to go. And we can't do anything else because it's in that conversation that you find out what happens next.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my sense is there's more that I could, once I share that with the rest of my leadership team. Unfortunately, they're all scheduled on vacation this coming week.
Well, Catherine,
but
there's no vacation right now. We're all go on. You finish that first.
Yeah, there's more that I can give to them that in terms of leading the team, even at an emotional level, in terms of being part of checking on people. We have a team member whose grandma was just pulled off of life support the other day. I didn't have much time to spend with her.
Yeah.
That doesn't all have to be me. And I really appreciate what you just said, because I haven't wanted to burden my other attorneys when they're supposed to be on vacation this week. And for me, there's no weekend, there's no evening, there's certainly no vacation.
Yeah.
And they have that level of commitment. And I need to let go of my fear of asking for them to continue to be a part of it.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask the person who's editing to keep this bit in as well, because the power of seeing where you just got to. And this is the real conversation from this place. You have someone on life support right now too. It's a business. And there's a business on life support, and you're doing everything you can to put your attention on that. And you are carrying the whole burden, and you may not need to.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thank you.
For most of human history, it wasn't called coaching, it was called leadership. And it's what I love to do, to coach people, to lead people, and to mess with people's thinking. If you'd like more of this, or if you'd like to learn more about our community of extraordinary top performers, go to richlitvin.com/oneinsight.